Hey everybody, what's up? You guys ready for another Q&A? I hope you are. You will find a link to my Twitch channel in the description, also to my Patreon page, and to my books, to my second YouTube channel, to my third YouTube channel in Spanish. And what else is there? A lot of things, right? So yeah, on Twitch, I stream Tuesdays and Fridays, usually around 4 or 5 p.m. Central Time. My books are available. My books are available on Amazon, physical and digital. You can buy them physical if you want to. Digital as well for your ebook, your e-reader, or whatever you call it, your Kindle, whatever. Thank you, Joshua. Thanks a bunch, man. He says, Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones was added to Nintendo Switch Online. Well, that's old news. I think it was more interesting to see Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Do you guys think the price is gonna drop for that now that it's available on Switch Online? Is it though? Wait, is it gonna be? Oh, it's gonna be on Switch 2, right? I don't think Path of Radiance is gonna be on Switch 1. Well, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. I emulate all of those games and all of those consoles. Like, I don't really care, but I know it's a big deal for some of you. You know, I think you can easily emulate the Sacred Stones or Path of Radiance or any game from PlayStation 3 and below, no problem. With a decent computer, you can emulate it without having to pay a single penny. But if you want to give money to Nintendo, that's cool. Up to you. Yeah, it's a good thing. I think Path of Radiance was a great addition. However, I don't know if it's out yet. You have to get the Switch 2 for the GameCube Nintendo Switch Online. Thank you, Joshua. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, I don't know much about that, about emulators, I don't really pay that much attention to certain things. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because the game is stupidly expensive. So let's wait for the Nintendo Switch to come out first. And we'll see if the price of Path of Radiance drops. I know most of you don't give a shit about that, but I do. Some of us do. I do. I've always cared about prices. I am not a reseller anymore, and I'm technically not a collector anymore. Haven't bought a single game in a long time, probably a year. But I always like paying attention to that, to see if a game gets released or remastered. Maybe the price drops, I don't know. How about the Suikoden? How about Suikoden 2? Let's check it out. I mean, you know how the Suikoden remasters came out 1 month ago, right? I made a review of the Suikoden remasters about a month ago. You can check it out here on this channel. Suikoden 2, did it go down in price? Nope, it's still $195. Before the remasters came out, several months before the remasters came out, I checked, and that was the price. And now that the remasters have been out for a while, that's still the fucking price. What about the first Suikoden, though? Is it not here? Well, it's not here. But Suikoden 2 didn't come down in price, people. Which makes me think I doubt Path of Radiance will go down once it drops on the Switch 2 emulator online. Today, I'm gonna show my DVD collection, my movie collection. These are all the movies that I own. I'm not really a movie collector. I used to be. Back when that was like 20 years ago. I got into DVDs. I worked at Blockbuster for a year, exactly 1 year. And I collected some movies, and I kept collecting movies for a while until I stopped. I got more interested in collecting other stuff like CDs and video games, you know, until eventually it was just video games. About 3 years ago, I believe, I showcased my music CD collection, which you can see right there. You can find a clip of that on my second channel. It's there if you want to watch the whole thing. It's not that long, but I think I have like 50 plus CDs, you know, and I think I have like 50 plus movies. You gotta understand, these are from most of these are from Mexico, you know, so they're in Spanish, even though they have English subtitles. But I'll translate the title if I can. Okay. But before we get to that, now let's get into that right away. Like, I don't know, Seeds of Nostalgia, I don't know that game. I think I saw a trailer. I mean, I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw that it was a trailer with the game with that name, but I didn't watch it. Fantonium, what's the point? The localization destroyed the fucking game. It's the same wokenized localization no matter the version, man. Alright, so it's gonna be in random order, you know, it's just what I got right now. Let's start with Rushmore. This is part of the Criterion collection. It has a big fucking sticker that I... Wait, can I remove it? Well, the sticker says, in Spanish, it says, this movie does not have Spanish subtitles. Like, it's only in English with English subtitles. Thankfully, I bought it for like... Look! It's from Blockbuster. I think I paid like $1 for it, or probably less, 50 cents. I don't know if you can see this though. Yeah, you can. Got the fucking Blockbuster sticker on the disc. Fuck you, Blockbuster. And I did this when I worked at Blockbuster. I used to do this and I used to hate that. I was like, why are we doing this? Why put this fucking sticker on the disc? And they say, well, because sometimes people will rent the movie and then bring back the wrong disc on purpose, you know, to keep the right disc for their collection, and then the wrong disc that doesn't work, that's the one they'll give back. So we started adding this. I was there when they started adding these fucking stickers, you know, to the whole fucking disc. Anyway, it has a manual. Look at this. It has this. Look at this. I forgot about this. It has this. Have you seen this movie? It's with Jason Schwartzman and Bill Murray. Yeah, the guy from Ghostbusters. Bill Murray. I mean, it's cool that DVDs have this, and this is not a special edition. It's just a regular DVD. Huh. I probably bought it because of this, you know. And it's got this letter, you know, and the credits. Fuck. Anyway, this is an okay movie. It's kind of funny, but the humor is very Americanized from like the early 90s, mid 90s, you know, but very Americanized, you know. It's okay. It's got a lot of special features. Anyway, Rushmore. It's an okay movie. It's not that great. What's next? This is Night on Earth. This is another one that's in Spanish, you know. Una noche en la tierra. Night on Earth. It's a bunch of stories, like short stories, sequential short stories. You got the Roberto Benigni from Life is Beautiful, the Italian actor. You got Winona Ryder, Armin Mueller-Stahl. In this, you got Giancarlo Esposito, the guy from Breaking Bad. Long before he was super famous, he's here and he's funny as fuck. I mean, you watch this movie and you watch Giancarlo and he's like, wow, that's the same actor who 20 years later will go on to play, not 20, like 10 years later will go on to play Gustavo Fring, the same guy. This is a good movie, I like it. Yeah, I like how it's told. I mean, it's a very artistic movie, you know. How it's told through different points of view, you know, sequential, and they're all not connected, but they all happen during the same night in different parts of the world. It's an interesting movie. Oh, this is Solaris with George Clooney and Natasha McElhone. Jeremy Davis is also there, and Viola Davis. Ugh, She used to be such a great actress. Nowadays, she's like the wokest black actress ever, man. James Cameron and Steven Soderbergh present. I like this movie. Actually, I like it a lot, but George Clooney, I don't think he's a good actor. You know, I don't think he's a bad actor, but I don't think he's a good actor either. You know, I watched a lot of George Clooney movies, and he's like, I don't care. I think he was totally miscast. They should have had a different actor as the main character. It's a weird space movie, no aliens, but it's well, kinda with aliens, you know, kinda. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a really interesting movie. Even if you can't stand George Clooney, it's still worth watching. Fargo, everybody knows Fargo. This is another one from Blockbuster, as you can see right here. No, wait. You see? Blockbuster, and the sticker is from 2010. So this is a movie I bought long after I stopped working. I worked at Blockbuster from sorry about the music. 2003 to 2004. February 2003 to March 2004. Anyway, Fargo by the Coen brothers, because before they were fucking stupid. We know Fargo, right? One thing I want to say about this movie is that, yeah, it's really good, and Frances McDormand won the Oscar for Best Actress. She didn't deserve that. Like, I don't know, man. The performance is good, but that was not an Oscar-worthy performance. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. But the movie's great. Oh, man. Inland Empire, the last movie by David Lynch, my favorite director of all time. Rest in peace. He died last year. David Lynch. Oh, man. Laura Dern, Jeremy Irons is there. Other... Justin Theroux, who's often in lots of David Lynch movies. A lot of people don't know this. People are more familiar with the previous David Lynch movies, even though this movie came out in 2006. This is a really bizarre, kind of slow... It's a slow burn. It's really good and really interesting and extremely fucking abstract and weird. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Inland Empire. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey. One of the first movies he did where he didn't play a comedy, where he didn't play a funny character, you know. It's one of the first movies where he played a really depressed man. He got an Oscar nomination for this, I remember that. Really good movie. Have you seen this movie? Kirsten Dunst is super fucking sexy here. That's a really memorable scene, dancing on top of the bed in her underwear. Wow. Yeah, but then Mark Ruffalo. Ugh. Fuck that guy. Great movie. Oh, look at this. The Lord of the Flies. Have you guys seen this movie? I have the book. The book is great. The movie is just as great. The book is better. Like 9 out of 10 times the book is better. The Lord of the Flies, you know. Really good movie. Definitely check this out. It's a movie where... I mean, this is a really relevant movie. If you watch this movie, you won't be able to help yourself from comparing the events of this movie or the book to what's happening nowadays. How society is really fucking divided, right? Yeah. Great movie. You read The Lord of the Flies in school and watched the movie? Yeah, great. You watched The Matrix before, right? Oh, the movie by the transsexual brothers? Yeah. Great movie. I don't have it, though. Only the first one is good. The sequels were like, you know. I remember watching the sequel in the movie, the sequel at the theaters. And it was like, meh, you know. There's just a lot of propaganda in there and counter-propaganda. Who would have thought two trans guys would create the blue pill, red pill stuff, you know? And it backfired. That's funny. I have no idea why I have Patton with George C. Scott. This is a really old movie from like 19 what? I can't even fucking read. It's got a lot of Oscar nominations. 2 fucking discs. It's a good movie. It's a bit slow, a bit of a slow burn, but it's all worth watching because of this guy. Great performance. I think he won the Oscar for Best Actor. Remember when the Oscars were good? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's a good movie. You know, it's not great or anything, but it's a good movie. I think it was probably fantastic for its time. Ooh, this is the Hurt Locker and it has a sticker. 50 Mexican pesos. That's like 2.5 US dollars nowadays. Yeah, I think it's a it's a blockbuster sticker right in the back. The Hurt Locker, 6 Oscars. Yeah, with Jeremy Renner, you know, and this fucking loser. What's this guy's name? The latest Captain America guy, Anthony Mackie. Fucking hell, man. I haven't seen the movie and I probably never will, but fuck that actor, man. The anti-American Captain America. Captain Anti-America. But forget about that guy. This is a really good movie from like 20 years ago. Really good movie. The Hurt Locker. About a guy who defuses bombs, you know. Great fucking movie. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. My 4 Alien movies. I'm a big fucking Alien fan. The old ones. I haven't watched the last one. I watched Prometheus and Covenant at theaters, and they were good movies. You know, they're good movies, but they aren't as great as the original trilogy. So we got the first one. This is a package with both of them. Alien 1 and 2, amazing movies, especially the first one. The second one is great. I think it's a bit overrated. People just fucking praise it endlessly. You know, but I like Aliens a lot. Don't take me wrong, but I think the first one is just an incomparable masterpiece. This is the second one separately. Alien 3, I fucking love it. I don't give a shit. Hate it all you want. I couldn't care fucking less. I love this fucking movie. I think it's great. Alien 3. Alien Resurrection, though. Ooh. It's got 2 discs, you know. I hope the lightning isn't ruining everything. Sorry about that. Yeah, Alien Resurrection, I mean, it's worth watching at least once because the aliens are fucking badass. Winona Ryder. But it's a bit of a bad movie, you know. It's kind of bad. I can't stop laughing at your compliments to woke Hollywood. Yeah. Huge fan, right? Do you have Prometheus? No, I don't. Prometheus is okay. It's a good movie, but it's not great, you know. And Covenant is just the same. It's like, okay. What was the name of the last one? Romulus or something? It's a bad movie because of Winona Ryder? Oh, man. Aren't you, like, about the same age as I am? Come on. We were all fucking fanboys of Winona Ryder in the 90s. Like, I don't care what kind of actress or what kind of person she is nowadays. Maybe she's a piece of shit like most Hollywood actors nowadays. But Winona Ryder was a big deal in the 90s, okay? Alright, Mulholland Drive. The translation to Spanish was Sueños, Misterios y Secretos. That means dreams, mysteries, and secrets. When the real name is Mulholland Drive. I guess they needed to come up with a different name because what the hell is Mulholland Drive? Well, why couldn't they just call it here in Mexico Mulholland Street, like Calle Mulholland? I mean, anyway. So Naomi Watts, Laura Elena Herring, Laura here, beautiful woman, huge fucking tits, I love her. Naomi Watts, this is her best fucking performance ever, and she should have gotten an Oscar for this. This is a 2002 movie. And yeah, I know it's about, these are lesbians, you know, but it's fucking David Lynch, what do you expect? He loves lesbians. He was a fucking perp. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I know this movie by heart, by memory. Fucking love it. This is a huge influence. This is one of the biggest influence of my life, of my writing career, and my short films. If you guys have watched my short films, you can watch them no problem. One of them has English subtitles in case you want to watch it. You can find my short films here in this YouTube channel. You can read my book Nick's Inferno. This movie and other David Lynch movies were a huge influence on those and on the books and the short films. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's not because of the really hot lesbians. It's not. Fire in the Sky? Oh, man. This is a good movie. A lot of people don't know this one, but it was a huge deal in the 90s. It's where Robert Patrick, the bad guy from Terminator. What was the guy's name? The T-1000 or something? Robert Patrick. So Fire in the Sky is about an abduction. It's a good movie, but it's a slow burn. At the beginning, it's like really interesting, and then it instead of focusing on the alien abduction, it focuses way more on the friends of the guy who got abducted and how they're dealing with it, and how they're charged and investigated by the police and the FBI because of his disappearance. That's like 80% of the movie. I was like, no, dude, nobody wants to watch that. We watched this movie because of the alien abduction. We want to see the fucking aliens. And yeah, you do get to see the fucking aliens in the abduction, but that's like 10% of the movie. So it's a bit disappointing, to be honest, but it's still worth a watch. Because the performances are great by the actors, you know. Full Metal Jacket, my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. It's called Warface. In Spanish, Cara de Guerra, that means war face. You remember the first scene of the movie, right? Let me see your war face. Ah! That's a war face. Yeah. Legendary performances by these guys, you know. I love the fucking initial monologue by R. Lee Ermey in this movie. I love it. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. My favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. Full Metal Jacket. Vietnam War movie. Alright, so we got Paris, I Love You. Or Paris in Love. It's a bunch of short stories, you know. I don't know why I have this though. Must have bought it like for like $1 or $2 on sale somewhere. It's not from Blockbuster. Have you guys seen this? Paris in Love, yeah. Yeah, it's an okay movie. It's a bunch of short films together, you know, by several famous actors. We got Elijah Wood, Ludivine Sagnier from France. Beautiful fucking actress, super sexy. William Dafoe, Steve Buscemi. Who else? Natalie Portman. Anyway, yeah, some of the short films are meh. Others are kind of good. Nick Nolte is in here. I don't know why I have that. It's an okay movie. Ooh, man. The Abyss. Special edition. And this one is in English. I don't know. And I got it from Blockbuster. I don't know why I got it from Blockbuster Mexico when it's in English. The entire back of the box is in English. You know. The Abyss. Great movie. It's a bit slow too. This movie is about aliens underwater. You know, this special edition has a bunch of CDs and a manual. The making of, behind the scenes, you know, stuff like that. Great movie, a bit slow but great with Ed Harris. He went through production hell. Ed Harris fucking hates this movie. Let me catch up some of your comments. No, I'm just showing my DVD collection, you know. It'll be over soon, don't worry. I don't have a lot of DVDs. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. You're here to ask your goddamn questions, I know that. Is this gonna be on the second channel? Yeah, I'll turn this into a clip for my second channel. Why not? It's gonna get like 300 views, but whatever. Yeah, it'll be on my second channel. No gangsta movies? I don't think I have one. The Seventh Seal, classic movie by Ingmar Bergman. Again, super bizarre, hard to understand, weird, black and white. Great movie though, pretty interesting. It's worth watching at least once. This movie has been studied for a long time, you know. People love this fucking movie. I don't see the big deal, to be honest. It's a good movie, but it's not like super great or anything. It's a bit boring. P or Pie, I think it's pronounced Pie. This is by Darren Aronofsky. I think this was his second movie or first movie before he did the famous Requiem for a Dream. Requiem, I like the movie. It's a bit overrated. This is much better. I like this one a bit more. It's about a guy who's a mathematician genius, and he starts going crazy, you know. Great fucking movie. It's pronounced P or Pie. P Pie. Anyway. Life of Pi. Great movie. I love the movie. I watched it at theaters, and then I bought the book. I have the book. I don't have the movie or the DVD, but I have the book. Fantastic. Pulp Fiction. What can I say about Pulp Fiction by Quentin Tarantino? Great movie. A bit overrated though. I think it's a great movie, but it's not my favorite by Tarantino. My favorite by Tarantino is Inglourious Basterds. I don't have it. Followed by Jackie Brown. I don't have it either. I had a VHS tape of Jackie Brown. I sold my... I don't know what happened to my VHS collection. That was a long time ago. Like 20 years ago. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with Clint Eastwood. I have no idea how I got this. Probably another Blockbuster deal for like 50 cents or something. It's just a couple of... Like 1 year or so, a couple of years before Blockbuster went bankrupt, they put a lot of games and movies for sale. Games were more expensive, but movies, DVDs, because everybody was buying Blu-rays, right? So DVDs were like $1, or 2 for $1, or 3 for $2, you know, stuff like that. So I probably bought it in that kind of deal. Yeah, good movie. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, classic. It's a good movie. Check it out. It is kind of as good as they say. Cube. Great fucking movie. It influenced, just stupidly influential movie. Cube. Have you seen this? A Canadian movie. A bunch of unknown actors. Trapped in a giant cube with multiple rooms that are cubes. Cubicle. And they're trying to escape. Cube. Strongly recommended. This is a fantastic movie, man. Magnolia by Paul Thomas Anderson, with Tom Cruise, Julianne Moore, William H. Macy, John C. Reilly, you know. Good movie. Yeah. It's not like has Region 4 here. It's a Mexican movie. They want to make it clear. Yeah, Mexico! Magnolia, you said, has inspired some of your books. When the fuck did I say that? No. Oh, look, the Blockbuster sticker. You see this? God damn it. God damn it, Blockbuster. No, this movie did not inspire my books. What the fuck, man? It's a good movie, but it's not like super great or anything. Oh, man. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Yeah, some of you are gonna cringe, with music by Neil Diamond. It does star the seagull, Jonathan himself, and it's narrated by some actors, you know. James Franciscus. Oh man, I love this movie. I love the book. I know it's a super famous, overrated book. I don't care. It was the very first book that I read in my life, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and the movie is great. Didn't disappoint. Beautiful fucking movie. Beautiful movie. And my favorite movie of all time. Since I worked in Blockbuster in 2003, this has been my favorite movie of all time. It hasn't changed. This is the thin red line. World War II movie with Jim Caviezel, Sean Penn, a lot of famous actors. Ben Chaplin's in here, Adrian Brody, Elias Koteas, you know, the guy from the Teenage Ninja Turtles movie, John Cusack, Woody Harrelson, Nick Nolte. George Clooney's here for like 2 seconds. I love this movie because it depicts the life of soldiers the real way, and it doesn't portray them as heroes. It portrays how fucking horrible war is, and how soldiers aren't the tough motherfuckers we see in a lot of movies. All of these guys are super scared to shit. You know, it's the most humane World War II movie I've seen in my life, and the music. I love this movie, and this is also a movie that's influenced a lot my books and my short films. This guy. Sorry about this guy. There, he's gone. Fuck that guy. Interview with the Vampire. You know, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. You know, it's a classic. I love the books. I love the trilogy. The movie is great. Very faithful to the book because the script of this movie was written by Anne Rice, rest in peace, the author herself. So yeah, good movie. Interview with the Vampire. Don't watch The Queen of the Damned, the movie. Read the book. Great fucking book. But The Queen of the Damned, the movie fucking sucks. But the book is great. This is another David Lynch movie. It's called Lost Highway. It's also probably my second favorite David Lynch movie of all time, with Bill Pullman and Patricia Arquette. The fucking name in Spanish, man. By the Dark Side of the Road. That's a translation. It's Lost Highway. These fucking translations, man. What the fuck, man? Anyway, great movie. Watch this. Super weird, super bizarre. David Lynch. What can I say? Amazing movie. Strongly recommend it. House of Fools. I think this is about a psychiatric hospital. Bryan Adams makes an appearance because the protagonist is in love with him. I think the protagonist is schizophrenic, you know. This is a good movie, I remember. I only watched it once, though. Yeah, House of Fools. House of Fools. And it's another, like, blockbuster. You can see the sticker here. It's kind of fading away, though. Yeah, good movie. Fight Club! One of my favorite movies of all time. Fight Club. Everybody knows Fight Club. What can I say? Fight Club. Masterpiece of a movie. Reservoir Dogs. Also by Tarantino. I have this one. Great fucking movie. Tarantino's first movie. Amazing fucking movie. Predator 2. I fucking love it. I don't give a shit. I love Danny Glover. Amazing movie. It's also by Blockbuster. You can see the fucking sticker. Jesus. Blockbuster. Predator 2. I don't have the first one. I never found it. I would love to own the first one. I love the first movie as well. But I love this one as well. Just as well. Amazing movie. I love it. I don't care what people say. This is excellent. Predator 2. The Bride with White Hair. I think this is a Korean Chinese movie. It's a special edition though. Man. Well, cardboard box, you know. Kind of like this. Okay. Korean horror? Okay, yeah. This is a good movie. Recommend it. It's called The Bride with White Hair. It's not that good though, but it's good. It's decent. It's worth watching at least once, you know. Oh my god. These fucking cardboard boxes. The Shining. The Shining. Amazing movie. I know Stephen King hates it. I don't care. I love the movie. The Shining. 12 Angry Men. Classic movie. This is another blockbuster movie that I got for like 1 cent. 50 cents maybe, you know. 12 Angry Men, the original, from like many years ago. It is as good as they say. It's a really good movie. How one guy sways the entire jury, you know. And then we got Ergo Proxy, volumes 1 and 3, I think. Also from Blockbuster. It got the stickers, but they're really starting to fade away. Ergo Proxy Volume 1 and 3. For those who don't know, Ergo Proxy is my favorite anime series of all time. Huge fucking fan. I know their fucking light is getting in the way. You can see them, right? You can see the price stickers. 59 Mexican pesos. That's like $3. $3 US. Yeah. I couldn't find the other volumes though. But I'm glad I own these two, you know. Massive fan of Ergo Proxy. That's the only original anime series I have. All the others are like pirated copies in a box that you can't even fucking see. Mr. Bean! The trilogy. A complete series. Just the show, okay? Not the movies. Love Mr. Bean. Always been a huge fan of Mr. Bean. Great 90s humor from the UK. I love it. I had this gift. My dad gave this to me many years ago as a birthday gift. He knew I was a huge fan. I love Mr. Bean. Who doesn't like Mr. Bean? Fuck you if you don't like Mr. Bean. Alright, and now I got these movies without the case. I have them right here in a box. So this is Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? You know, great performances. Not a great movie or anything. I don't know why I have this. This is Margin Call, you know, with Kevin Spacey, Jeremy Irons, Paul Bettany, Demi Moore. It's about Wall Street. You know, it's an okay movie. Wojciech by Werner Herzog. I always wanted to have a movie by this guy, but this is one of his weirdest, not so popular movies, you know. It's Werner Herzog, the original director of Nosferatu. Oh, The Thing. But this is the remake. This is not the original John Carpenter's The Thing. This is the remake with Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Well, I didn't like the gender swap here, you know, but surprisingly, it's still a good movie. Of course, the John Carpenter movie from 1985 is by far the better movie, but this is still worth watching, you know. But yeah, it was like a The Thing feminist version. This is called, with Champagne, This Must Be the Place, about a metalhead gothic rock star who his father is estranged and he starts a journey to find his father. Another blockbuster movie that I got for like 2 cents, I think. Whatever, right? The Bourne Supremacy. I like the Bourne trilogy, the Bourne series, you know. I kind of like it. It's fine. That's the second one, the Bourne Supremacy. What else is there? Killer Joe with Matthew McConaughey. Really fucked up movie. You know, it's an okay movie. It's a good movie. Really fucked up. Killer Joe. It's worth a watch. And finally, this bizarre fucking thing. It's called Only God Forgives with Ryan Gosling. Really weird movie, but it's got some incredible camera and great fighting scenes, you know. Yeah. And that's it. That's it. I have some more DVDs, but they're like from bands. I'll show them if you want to. The same guy came back with a different username. Look at that. Born with Jeremy Renner was Shot My Country. That's an okay movie, you know. It's not the same without Matt Damon. But Edward Norton is there. I watched that movie with Jeremy Renner in it. It's fine, you know. It's all right. The Matt Damon movies are better. Have you seen Falling Down with Michael Douglas? Yes, I have. Great fucking movie. I love that movie. James Bond? No, I don't like James Bond. I watched some Pierce Brosnan movies, some Sean Connery movies, some Daniel Craig movies. I mean, not a fan of James Bond, to be honest. He's just like meh to me. Never been a fan. Kingsman movies? No, I've never seen those. The Thing is a masterpiece? Oh, the John Carpenter movie? Yeah, it is. A great fucking movie. Thank you, Yum Yum. I thought Liz Winstead The Thing was a prequel. They show the last part of the movie where they introduced the characters of Kurt Russell movie. Really? I haven't watched that movie in a long time. It isn't a remake? It's a prequel? Okay. I don't know, man. I watched that movie a long time ago. It's good. It's a good movie. Okay, just real quick. I have some DVDs from bands, concerts, you know, and documentaries. This is the Smashing Pumpkins, The Euphoria. I'm a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan. Oh, yeah. Another Smashing Pumpkins, the Greatest Hits video collection. I love this. I miss this. There we go. The Cure Festival 2005. Another one with this. The Cure Trilogy Legendary Concert. The Cure Greatest Hits. Yeah, I'm a big The Cure fan, as you can see. And Smashing Pumpkins and 9 Inch Nails. This is Beside You in Time. I don't have Closure, though. I would love to own Closure. Or And All That Could Have Been, you know. Those concerts, I never had them. But I have this live show by 9 Inch Nails. Great show. Oh, well. I know you guys are gonna cringe, but when I was 20 years old, I used to be a big Placebo fan. I still have these two, the Greatest Hits video collection and a show in Paris. In Paris, you know. Yeah, what can I say? I liked Placebo a lot when I was 20 years old. I know the band is fucking gay, but... Alright, so that's it. We can continue with your goddamn questions now. No more interruptions. Just let me put everything in order. Did you watch Blood, The Last Vampire yet? No, I haven't. Can you believe this guy? I like his username though. He's gonna come back with a different username, you'll see. Trust me. Gish has some incredible bass lines. Yeah. Ooh. Don't fall. Have you watched the Prophecy movies? No, I don't think so. Swordfish with Halle Berry? Nope. I hate Halle Berry, man. She's very woke. Alright. Do you like Bauhaus? The band? Yeah, more or less, you know, I'm not a big fan, but I like it. Most of the gothic bands that I like are pretty much unknown. Like, nobody knows them, you know? I think the most famous gothic band that I like is Rosetta Stone. Have you guys heard that? Yeah, they're pretty unknown. But in the gothic scene, people know that. Bauhaus is like one of the most famous. The Cure is not goth. You know, they just... It's a long story. Christopher Walken is the Archangel Gabriel in the Prophecy movies. Maybe I have watched one, you know, but I don't remember them. I don't think so. Have you seen the movie called Slumdog Millionaire? No. It's with this actor, right? Isn't that a movie by Danny Boyle? I haven't seen it though, but I know the movie. Rosetta Stone, the language learning site? No, Rosetta Stone, the band. How do you feel about Breath of Fire 4 on Steam? I made a video about that on my second channel, Jyotish Blade. Check it out. Halle Berry was insanely hot. Hey, I don't dispute that. She was really hot. Want to see her at her best? Watch Monsters Ball, and thank me later. Oh boy. Anyway. Operation Swordfish has huge Jackman. Never seen that. Didn't even know it existed. Are there any questions that I missed like 20 minutes ago? Oh, Johnny English. Okay. The original Shining is 45 years old. Yeah, it is. It's super old. Almost 5 more years and it'll be 50 years. Anyway. Oh, Scarlett Johansson was also a sex symbol back in the early 2000s. She decreased her boobs though. I mean, if you go back and watch her, some of her first early 2000s movies, like Lost in Translation, which is the one that made her famous. She's like her boobs are huge, and then she reduced them because at some point they were going to start sagging. I don't know. Anyway, if you don't make a family, Eric, in going to give up on life, time for kids. I don't want any kids, but I do want to get married. Been wanting to get married for the past 10 years. No luck though. Where's the video game battles or TV show battles or movie battles? What? What about the original Matrix trilogy? I answered that, Kevin. You didn't pay attention. Terminator Salvation. Isn't that the Christian Bale movie? That's an okay movie. It's a bit boring though. It's a good movie. Did security handle the bus driver situation? No, not yet. But he hasn't. I mean, he showed up a few days ago, on several days ago. I think it was on Tuesday. But his music this time around was really low. Maybe somebody complained. Maybe somebody did something. I don't know. If he comes back and he's being an asshole again, I'll report him to security. Oh, you want like versus episodes on TV and movies? Nah, the RPG versus episodes didn't even fucking work. What makes you think the TV and movie battles are gonna work? A Clockwork Orange, have you watched it? I like it, but I think it's very overrated. That's one movie I feel you needed to watch when it came out, or when it became a huge thing, you know? But I watched it when I was an adult, and I was like, I don't see the big deal, you know? But what I like about that movie is that it's yet another movie that shows what's happening nowadays, how people are getting brainwashed with political propaganda. What happens in A Clockwork Orange is exactly what's happening nowadays. It's a good movie though. Batman 89, Returns or Forever? Well, Returns is my favorite of the three. The first Batman, I love it too. Forever is kind of lame, you know, it's like, eh. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a good movie either. And let's pretend the fourth movie doesn't exist, okay? He's back. What about the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies? Movies? In plural? She made more? I only watched the one on theaters. I was real little though. I always felt she wasn't suited for the role. Sure, she had maybe the looks, the boobs, the lips, you know, but I feel like she didn't give a shit about the character and she didn't know her. Or the games, you know. I don't know, man. I watched the movie at theaters and I couldn't get into it. Your favorite game logo? Probably Chrono Cross. I like the logo of Chrono Trigger and Cross a lot. Because I thought Fire Emblem, Suikoden, and Shin Megami Tensei Grow Lancer, the logos are nothing special, but the one with the Chrono series logo, I love that. You like the Versus episodes. A lot of people did, you know, it's just... What would you recommend, Astria Ascending or Atelier Yumiya? Asks Union Gamer. Astria Ascending is a good game if you play it on easy. Trust me, you want to play easy is the real normal mode. I don't know if they fucked up the difficulty settings or they just didn't care and released the game. It's fucking broken. If you play Astria Ascending on normal or hard, it's fucking broken, man. Play it on easy and trust me, you'll have a blast. A really good game. Atelier Yumiya, I only played the demo and I didn't like it. So I can't recommend it. Is Michael Keaton a good Batman? Yes, he's the best fucking Batman ever. Before he went woke. Oh, there were 2 movies with Angelina Jolie. Wow, thank God there were only 2. Because the first movie wasn't great, you know, it was like, eh. Have you played the Sakura Wars games on the Sega Saturn? I haven't yet. I will, though, at some point. I just have a huge backlog, man. Imagine a Fire Emblem live action by Amazon. Ooh. Yeah, sure. Shut up and take my money for that. Did you see the accidental Chrono Trigger remake comments in that interview? No, what interview were you talking about? I didn't see anything. I'm a huge fan of Might and Magic Clash of Heroes on the Nintendo DS, Rising Star. I have reviewed the game a couple of times. You can find my full review of the game that I made like 5 years ago. I love it. If I super chat, can you unban Commander D? Yeah. If you super chat, I'll put up with your trolling. That's also what they did with Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Easy mode is a real normal mode. They fucked up. I don't know if they fucked up in Astria Ascending though, but it's... Have you finished the NES Metroid? No, I've never finished a single Metroid game in my life. I'm not really a fan of the series. The SNES Chrono Trigger still holds up by far the best. Okay. I don't think so. Remaking Chrono Trigger is a sign that RPGs are dead? That's an interesting statement. What makes you say that? It would be cool if Fire Emblem did the thing like Agarest War did, a generational thing. Maybe they kind of did with Three Houses, you know, it's kind of similar. There is a time jump. The first half of the game is when the characters are like in their 20s, maybe 18 years old, and then there's like 5 years later, you know. So it kind of did, but I know what you're meaning. You know, I know what you mean. Awakening tried to do the same, you know, but they wouldn't let the writers do it, you know. And the girl who wrote the script, she's fucking stupid, you know. So she fucked up the story. But you could go out and travel in time and recruit your kids. It's just fucking mental, man. Yuji Horii supposedly said Chrono Trigger remake is happening, but since it's been said that the translator was wrong, it hasn't been confirmed. Translators nowadays, don't we love them? What are some of the best fan-translated JRPGs you've played? Fantonium, I made a top 10 of that like 6 months ago. Go check it out. Have you gotten back to Evolution Worlds? No, I don't think I will. You know, I think it's a good game, but it's just way down in the backlog. Like, I have a lot more to play that I think are better games, or that I'm more into right now. I'm finishing Dragon Star Varnier. Expect a review of the game coming soon. Between the two evils, which angers you the most? Wokeness or rising prices of video games? Wokeness by far. Have you finished Fragile Dreams? No. That's a game that I would like to finish one day though. I'm more interested in that than Evolution Worlds. No, Union Gamer, I don't give a fuck about the Trails series anymore. Nis America killed them. I don't care. I don't care about the Trail series anymore. It's dead to me. It's like Final Fantasy. It's death to me. I didn't see the interview though. Square Enix is never gonna do that. They're super woke. Microsoft raising their prices like Nintendo. I don't understand. I've talked about this before, but I don't understand the outrage. You know, people are still fucking stupid and are still gonna pay those prices for their games. I mean, guys like you and me we expect the video game industry to crash, you know. But remaking good JRPGs is lazy. Why not remake bad ones like Time and Eternity? Sure, because the world needs a remake of Time and Eternity. Grand Theft Auto 6 was delayed. Great, I hope it gets delayed forever. Chrono Trigger is top 10 RPGs if they mess up the remake. Oh yeah, great. No one's ever said that before. Chrono Trigger is one of the best RPGs of all time, said no one. Which old game would you love to see remade, but are also afraid of it being butchered with today's censorship? You just answered the question. I don't want to see anything remade nowadays because of the censorship. Union Gamer, I'll be completely honest with you, man. I just don't give a shit about new games anymore. Don't waste your time asking me about new games. I don't care about them. The video game industry is dead to me. I'm focusing more on my backlog and retro games. I do review the occasional new game, especially if it's a remaster, like I did the Luna remasters or Suikoden remasters. But everything else is just, I don't care. Will you ever make another Rage Quit video? I wish, but it's gonna be, YouTube is gonna destroy it. It's gonna fail miserably, probably, Have many games? How many games do you have in your backlog? About 1,000, probably more, and I'm not kidding. The conditions are ripe for another video game crash, that's for sure. Hopefully it'll happen, Video games are too expensive nowadays, too repetitive, nothing original, super woke, destroyed by localization teams. I mean, isn't that what Sweet Baby set out to do? To kill the video game industry? I fucking hate that company, but I hope they achieve their goal. It's ripe to die. Phantasy Star Battle theme, that's right. A 1,000 that you haven't played yet? Thousands of games that I haven't played yet. What's the very first game you ever owned? And that I still own? Because when I was little, we got the NES. I was like 5 years old. We got the NES with Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, the cartridge, Excite Bike, and Skate or Die. So those were the first 3 games that I owned. That were like mine, But I don't own them anymore. You cannot hear the music at all. Yeah, this is pretty low. There we go. But the first game that I bought with my own money and that I still own is Xenogears, I think. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but my copy of Xenogears, it's just, when I got into video game reselling, that was back in 2009, and I slowly started buying some original games and reselling them, but I sold all of them. But the first one that I kept for me, I think it was my Xenogears copy, but I could be wrong, I don't remember. That was ages ago. You should become a Freemason. Well, okay. What do you think about Ark the Lad 1 and 2? Great fucking games. Underrated. They don't deserve to be that obscure. Great games, man, especially the second one. $6,000 $6,000 for me to full stream Final Fantasy X-2? Sure. I'll do that for $6,000 US dollars. I'll do it. There are several creators I unsubscribed to recently. I'm just interested in anything beyond the Switch generation. Oh, I'm just not interested. Oh, okay. I was like, then you should unsubscribe to. No, okay. Yeah, they all changed the trend. I understand them, I was like that. I mean, I never stopped caring about obscure retro games. I never stopped making videos about that. Well, there was an era where I covered a lot of modern games back, like it was recently, like 2 years ago. But then I gave up, it's just too fucking bullshit. Too many fucking bullshit, in the video game industry nowadays, in the JRPG industry. You have a repackaged Xenogears copy. Could it be worth anything? What do you mean repackaged? Like you bought everything separately? Yeah. I mean, it has 2 discs, it has the cover, it has the manual, and everything is original? Yeah. Dark Cloud 1 and 2, or Arc the Lad 1 and 2, which one holds up better? I'm a much bigger fan of Arc the Lad 1 and 2, so those. I don't like the first Dark Cloud. The second one is great, but I don't like the first one. Do you like the NES game Star Tropics? I never beat it, but yes, I do. Do you like Final Fantasy 12? Yep, I made several videos on that. I have covered Final Fantasy 12 several times. Last year I did a video called 10 JRPGs that... What was the name of it? It was an unsuccessful top 10 for some reason. Bad thumbnail, I blame the thumbnail. I don't remember the name of it though. I think it was like 10 JRPGs. I don't remember. But anyway, that was like the last time that I talked about Final Fantasy 12. This guy. Okay, let's see. Shh. Ooh. Do you still get emails to promote mobile games? All the time, man. Almost every day. Not just mobile games. Now for a couple of years, they've been sending me review codes, well, Steam keys for games that aren't even RPGs at all. Like, hey, here's my shoot 'em up. Cover it, please. Here's a key. Thanks. Any of your old videos you would like to remake or update? No, I did it. I have done it before a couple of times with old videos, and they failed miserably. I would love to remake some of my old videos, but it's just pointless at this point. I'm shadow banned, remember? Do you have a video about which Fire Emblem games are better to introduce new players to the franchise? No, I don't. I remember I tried making one, but I lost the script. I think I don't have the script anymore. Maybe I will one day. It is a full copy, but was opened and repackaged by a store. Repacked. You mean resealed? Which games do you think had the most high quality FMVs? Not many. I mean, I will have to go back and watch them all in a CRT TV, and make my decision. I think Grow Lancer had really good FMVs though. Wait, no, not really. That's anime. Sorry, that's 2D anime. Like full motion video, yeah, I will have to like rewatch them all. I don't know, to be honest. I just don't know. Are you still making money on YouTube even though you are shadow banned? Yeah, I am. I mean, my shadow ban wasn't like absolute, Like the one from like 6 years ago. Remember that? Most of you don't remember that. Most of you weren't fans, but 6 years ago I got completely demonetized here on YouTube. And that was like, fuck. And for no reason. You can read the whole story in my blog. In the description of this video, this stream right now, you will find a link to my blog. And in the section of biography, you can read the whole thing. You were here 6 years ago. Oh, you remember that? Yeah, that was fucking bullshit. That was like, demonetized for what? What did I do? And 6 years ago, I was nowhere near... I mean, I was not like this. But then again, I was criticizing censorship back then. But back then, I didn't even know what woke meant, or... I didn't know a lot of things, Anyway, so, yeah, I'm still making money. Yum. I do get a little bit of money thanks to the ads. I mean, I think the reason why they haven't completely demonetized me here on YouTube is because they are still making money thanks to me. Or they just gave up. You know, maybe somebody on YouTube said, just fuck this guy. Put like a partial shadow ban on him and move on. Forget about him. And that's what they did. That's what it feels they did, you know? But I'm still making money. I mean, less than half than what I was making 2 years ago, though. Yes, resealed. Resealed. You shouldn't reseal it, man. Open it and sell it. Because no one's gonna buy it. If you try to sell your Xenogears copy resealed, it's not gonna work. People will notice. Just open it and sell it used. And you can still get at least $150 for it, you know? That's right, Donsk. YouTube is like banks nowadays. It's a necessary evil. I've said this a million times before. I will be glad to move on to Rumble or another website, you know, but no one stands a chance. This is still the best fucking platform for videos, you know. Nowhere to go. It's a necessary evil. Are there any obscure hidden gem games that you've never heard of before but were recommended to you by others that interest you? Sure. Sometimes you guys come up with games that I haven't heard of, and I go out and play them eventually, you know. Any plans on a new book? Probably, yeah. I've been cooking one for the past 2 years. But I want my book to focus. I've said this before, you know. It's a medieval setting, but the socio-political situation is exactly as it is nowadays. So I want my book to be a strong criticism against political bullshit from nowadays. But I'm too angry to write it, and I feel like if I start writing, it's gonna be Seven Shadows again, you know, and I don't want that. I mean, Seven Shadows is a great book, but it's just, I sound too fucking angry, and I feel I'm gonna fuck up the book. Maybe I need to go to therapy. Anger management. Ashoka Tano, thanks for becoming a member. What the hell is Rumble? It's the competitor of YouTube. I have a Rumble channel, you know, have 2 videos in there. Are you still at and then put a sticker? What? I don't understand your question, Yum Yum. Final Fantasy 16 is just Dark Souls wannabe? What? No, I don't think so. Final Fantasy 16 is not a Souls, like more like a Devil May Cry wannabe. Or that The Witcher 3 wannabe. A lot of people call it Devil May Cry wannabe. No, I call it The Witcher 3 wannabe. Final Fantasy 16. I don't think it's a good game, and it's woke. How many views do your Rumble videos have? Like 7? A little bit more, actually. I don't know. Here, this is my most famous video, which is also available on YouTube, by the way. I have 34 followers, and I have these top 10 with 400 views. There. Click there, guys. That's my Rumble channel. Please follow me. I'm serious. Yep. And then I have another video with like 20 views, I think, you know. Thank you, Ashoka Tano. Yeah, I agree. I haven't played the game, you know, but and I never will. It's in the woke detector thing. There's like a couple of websites like that. You know. This looks like the Wish Temu version of Twitch YouTube. It does? Well, now you know it does. Follow me there. Rumble is good for sexy things and crypto scams. And also political. There's a lot of videos about politics in there. And there's also a lot of sexy things. Rumble's problem is that there's no real discoverability. Exactly. And they don't help. They don't help their creators. I mean, dear Rumble, do you want me to emigrate to your platform? Then recommend my fucking videos. I want to see thousands of views before I make my decision. They don't care. Do any of your subscribers send you copies of modern games? Physical, you mean? Not really, you know. Matt, I don't know if he's still watching though, but he sends games every now and then. But then I told him, you know, stop. Because modern games are all like politicized and I don't want to collect them, to be honest. So I was like, send me retro games. And he probably said, oh, sure. Well, there's still a lot of retro games that aren't that expensive. Come on. Actually, there's still a lot of semi-modern games that I want in my collection. Maybe I should do a wish list. But no, most people don't send me games because it's a pain in the ass to send games to Mexico. Our postal service here are a bunch of fucking highway robbers. Thieves, you know, and they steal a lot of shit. So I always ask that whoever's gonna send me anything, I always ask them to use UPS or FedEx, but it's too expensive, you know, a private postal service. Because the Mexican postal service, it's just fucking horrible, man. Fans sent me stuff in the past many years ago and I never got anything. These motherfuckers stole them. And can you do something about it? No, because Mexico. Oh, there we go. Matt's still watching, yeah. Yeah, I'll try to come up with a wish list and I'll consider the prices too. I'm not gonna be top of my wish list, Vanguard Bandits, Arc the Lad Collection. I'm sure someone's gonna send me that. I'll do a wish list. You've now brought so much personality to Rumble. Are you also in Canada? Oh, that question wasn't for me. I was in Canada. UPS will rip you off with their own customs handling fees. Yeah, actually. What are your biggest gaming deals? Like games you got super cheap? Ooh, I remember. There's a video in my second channel called my JRPG Holy Grails. Go and watch it and get jealous. I've gotten a lot of cheap ass deals. Haunting Ground, I also bought it for like dirt cheap. You're not gonna beat me though. I paid like $6 for my copy of Haunting Ground PS2, mint condition. I still have it. $6 US. And Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Xenosaga 3, I got them basically for free, you know. Terrible service with UPS. Yeah, we've had some problems. You know, fucking awful problems with the UPS, to be honest. FedEx is better, but it's a bit more expensive, I think. But I will take UPS any day over the Mexican Postal Service, you know. What do I think about Israel? It's a country with people on it. Any reselling horror stories? Oh yeah, don't. I have told my horror stories before. Like selling my Persona 2 Innocent Sin Special Edition on PSP for $25. And it goes for 10 times that nowadays. I don't want to talk about that, man. It's too depressing. My horror stories are fucking horrible. .hack Quarantine, I sold it for like $10. That was like 10 years ago though. But I don't want to talk about that. It's too hard. Hard for me. Do you think JRPGs should still use full motion videos or should they just rely on real-time cutscenes? A lot of JRPGs still use full motion videos, you know, and you can tell when they do. Which one was the last one? I remember I was playing something not too long ago. Oh, the Yakuza 0. Who's baiting me? What? What? Someone's baiting me? You almost got stabbed for selling Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS to this one dude. No, I haven't played Clair Obscur. hate the volume here. There we go. It's up now. You followed me on Rumble. Woo! Fuck yeah! Thanks, Shadow Wexia. Did your copy of Haunting Ground run well? It's in mint condition, so yeah. Oh, I didn't know that, Brian. He came back. If we gifted you Clear Obscure, would you give it a go? Sure. Find out for myself if it's woke or not, you know. Yeah, gift it to me. Matt here gifted Trails Through Daybreak to me last year, and I did play it. I fucking hated it, but I did play it. Same with Fire Emblem Engage. No, Was, it's just the same guy. Just ignore the guy. At least he's being funny. Have you heard of a retro Capcom game from 2006 called God Hand on the PlayStation 2? I have, yeah, beat 'em up. Pretty over the top. I haven't played it though, but I've seen it. Fire Emblem poor translation. Yeah, Fire Emblem Disengage. PS5 and Xbox Series X is getting a price increase. We talked about that, Kevin. You missed it. What do you mean, what the hell happened with Isha? We made a collaboration and that's it. What? I don't have an Xbox or a Game Pass. And I don't think the game's gonna run on my computer. I don't even know what are the requirements though. Steven Crowder? I don't know who that is. I know who Russell Brand is though. I don't think I don't know if it's gonna run though. Which Fire Emblem game for the Switch do you recommend for newcomers? There's only 2 games, man. 3 houses. Actually, there's only 1 game. Okay, there's only 1 Fire Emblem game on Switch. It's called 3 Houses. Play that. That's the only one you can play, so there. Forget about the other. It doesn't exist. Even if you see it out there on shelves or on the Nintendo store, it's not real. It's fake. I'm not that knowledgeable on full motion video, though. Does your buddy Oscar speak English? Yes, he does. It's Oscar, not Oscar. That's right, Rosalind. Carney won. Welcome to the prelude of World War III. Oh, Steven Crowder is the guy from the Change My Mind meme? Oh, really? He's a YouTuber? He's a content creator? I didn't know that. The guy with a cup of coffee? That's a legendary meme. I didn't know he had a Rumble channel. Jerry Rangel. I made a video called Fire Emblem Ranked from Worst to Best. Check it out and you'll understand why I hate that game. You should create a top 50 JRPGs in PS2. I already did that 5 years ago. I'm sure it's there. It's top 50 PS2 JRPGs. I've done top 50s on most consoles actually. PS1, PS2, PS3, PSP. Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS. I want to make one on maybe Game Boy Advance one day. Maybe PS4, I want to make it when it stops releasing games. Switch, we got a long way to go. But yeah, I'd love to make a top 50 PS4 JRPGs, but I mean, they're still releasing games on PS4, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit more. Not that long though. It might happen this year, maybe, or maybe next one. You know, soon. The 3DO. Will you ever consider getting one yourself or use the 4DO emulator? How many JRPGs are on the 3DO? We didn't get. I think we only got one. I didn't know there were more. Are they fan translated though? That's the question. Because if they're in Japanese, then what's the point? I can't play them. Oh, so you're Jerry Rangel. Okay. Watch the Fire Emblem video. You just watched my 3DS JRPG ranking video. The tier list? Yeah, that was a cool video. There's also a top 50 and a couple of top 10s. The 3DO famously didn't sell in Japan. The 3DO didn't sell anywhere. It was a massive flop. Do you think when games sequels differ so much from their successful predecessor, it's because they think they change it for the best, or maybe they're just stupid mofos? No. I think when people create a sequel to anything, they have like different mindsets, different perspectives. They want to do something different, maybe. I don't know. Every sequel is a separate case, you know. Time and Eternity is the best RPG I've ever played. High five, me too. Masterpiece. It's my number one. There are so many Saturn fan translated JRPGs. That's right. I've played some of them and talked about some of them. What do you think about the PC Engine? Criminally underrated console. Great, fantastic console. The true winner of the 8-bit era. Why does Microsoft think raising prices for Xbox game and hardware is a good idea? Because they're fucking greedy. That's right. Time and Eternity 2. It won't happen because the developer went bankrupt. That's right. Image Epoch. That's the name of the developer of Time and Eternity. It went bankrupt like 10 years ago. So we will never see a Time and Eternity 2. Never. What's a sequel you'd love to see but will never get? The real Chrono Trigger 2? So these motherfuckers can finally leave Chrono Cross alone? If we got Chrono Trigger 2, then people will start seeing Chrono Cross for what it truly is. Not a sequel. But it's never gonna happen. When will we have a Discussion Gamer episode in English? You're gonna have to ask Oscar for that. I played Crimson Echoes earlier this year. The first couple of hours. It was alright, but it's not... I don't know. It didn't make me want to continue playing, you know. I haven't touched it ever since. What about the Chrono Cross prequel? No, leave Chrono Cross alone. It's perfect as it is. It doesn't need anything. Maybe a direct sequel, but it should be called Chrono Cross 2. But then if that happens, people are gonna lose their minds because there isn't Chrono Trigger 2. You know, so... I skipped that part in GameSack. I watched the video, but I skipped through that part. I was like, he's just gonna be like everybody else, saying the same fucking bullshit, you know, so... I respect Joe a lot, but sometimes he doesn't do a lot of research. You know, I remember when he covered Odin's Sphere, and he said, This game is about you play as Gwendolyn, and he treated the whole review as if the only character you play as is Gwendolyn. Like he didn't make it past Gwendolyn. He should have said, "Oh, you play as 5 characters. You know, the first few hours with Gwendolyn, and then more blah blah blah." You know, but no, he was like, "You play as Gwendolyn." Oh, thanks for letting me know, man. That's right. I mean, we're all like that, Brian. Yeah. I can't really point the finger, you know. I also have gotten some facts wrong before. Like recently, I uploaded my clip of Breath of Fire 4 on GOG. And I was like, oh, Breath of Fire 4 on Steam. And then a fan reached out and said, no, it's not on Steam, it's on GOG. No, isn't it the same thing? No, it's different. Oh, okay, so I changed the title. So sometimes we all get facts wrong, you know. But something as simple as Odin Sphere, how can you not know? He's not really an RPG fan. He's a big East fan, though. What's your definition on how do you categorize a game as JRPGs? Oh, here we go. Brandon here wants to open Pandora's box. I don't know, what do you think, Brandon? What's a JRPG and what's not? Gwendolyn or Velvet? I think I'm gonna stick with Velvet. Did you hear about the interview that the director or producer of Dynasty Warriors Origins made recently? No. What happened? I don't know. I'm not really a fan of Dynasty Warriors, so... I see. For me, it's just Japan. J means Japan. It's simple as that to me. FIFA is an RPG technically. Everything is an RPG nowadays. That's right, Dynasty Warriors started off as a fighting game. A lot of people don't know that. That's right. The time limit in the Atelier games never stressed me out, except on Eskai and Logi. The director or the producer of the game pretty much admitted you look out fan service for wokeness points. Oh, you took out fan service. Oh. So... I don't understand. Is he against wokeness or in favor of it? If he's, you know my answer. If he's in favor, then fuck that guy. You are entitled to your opinion, Praetor. Everybody's got one. Which one is your favorite OST of a JRPG game? Chrono Cross. On May of 2025, and you don't know what that means, Jerry? That's sad. Super, yeah, I mean, come on, man. Look it up online. Okay. Nobody gives a shit about Cinco de Mayo in Mexico. Nobody. Which Trails game has the best battle theme? Reverie, I think, has the best battle music ever. Do you mean the regular battle themes? I don't know. I think my favorite is the first one from Trails of Cold Steel. But I think the best battle music overall is from Reverie. No, it's not Asia. It's a Mexican thing. But it's just Americans love to appropriate culture, you know? That's crazy, Leon. Pretty much, Rosalind. That's the meaning. I like that argument by Joshua. He says RPGs are like porn, hard to define, but you know it when you see it. That's great, man. I love that. That's great. End of story. That's right, Cross. That's true. A lot of people act like they don't know what it is. Well, what's that? What do you mean? How is it woke? What's happening? No. They live in the Matrix, actually. What is it, like the blue pill? Is modern porn... Wait, you deleted the question. I saw that, Mystery Kid. I can't unsee that, you know? Modern porn woke? I don't know. There's a lot, yeah. Porn has always been for everybody since the ancient of times, you know? You can find whatever. Oh my god. It's a black hole. The biggest... Porn is the biggest fucking black hole ever in the history of humanity. Clear Obscure is Souls-like. Isn't it a turn-based RPG? Yeah, it's a mayonnaise. It should be called It's a Mayonnaise. A song by the Smashing Pumpkins. I know that on the guitar. Have you ever entered the dark web? No, never. I don't know, Phantonium. I have no idea. Why are we talking about that? What the fuck? Welcome to Eric Landon RPG Live, everybody. We're here to talk about bisexual orgies in ancient Greece, dancers, the dark web, ancient porn, and Cinco de Mayo being a type of mayonnaise. That's what you get on Eric Landon RPG Q&A live stream. No, I haven't played it, Leon. Better than most streams? I don't know. Brazil guy whose username I can't pronounce. Something about explosiva. This is ridiculous. What's my opinion of the game Little Witch Nobita? I talked about that too. I can't blame you for not finding it. It's not like it's got a review or anything, but I reviewed the game in a video called Top 10 Super Obscure RPG Gems. That video is from like 2 years ago. Yeah, I talked about it. Well, it's inspired by Souls, so of course it's very hard. Not as hard as Bloodborne or Demon Souls, you know, but it's hard. It's in the same style. But it's very different because it's basically a third-person shooter. I mean, you can use your stick to fight, a la Souls, but it sucks, you know. It's just better to shoot magic, you know. So, it's a good game. The protagonist is a lolly. It's just kind of like, yeah. It's got decent graphics, good controls, horror themes, you know. I think it's a good game, Little Witch Nobita. But I would love to see the same game with a full-grown woman as the main character, not a little girl. Give me that. Give me that. Do you think Tales of Eternia could use a remaster? Yes. I don't play a Street Fighter. I don't like it. I like the old Street Fighter from like 3 and below. It's just been one troll, Ryan. Just with different usernames. Top 10 of super obscure Eric Landon videos. Ooh, we could make a top 100 of those. Yes, Brian, AI Limit. I talked about it recently in a top 10 called Incredibly Overlooked RPGs Part 2. AI Limit. That's the only one that I like other than Code Vein. I've never played Mad World. I know it's over the top, you know. It's got like rap music and I'm not into rap. Is it too ambitious for you to create a 3-part book trilogy? Yeah, very. I have no audience. Have you ever read any comic books or novels based on video games? I talked about the Ys 8 book a few days ago. You can find my review of on the second channel, my second channel. Street Fighter is gay now. It's very woke, that's right. Capcom is bullshit. Have you done a top 10 Fire Emblem waifus? No, I can't do waifu. If I ever did a waifu top 10 video here, I will have to show only the portraits of the girls or something, because then, I don't know, it will be considered as sexist and the video will get no views because YouTube, you know. So, no. I mean, other YouTubers get away with it, but I do it, I can't, because I've been under the microscope for about a year or so. I'm really surprised you haven't got a developer willing to turn your books into a JRPG. Same here. I've been dealing with this for over a decade, Brian. I'm too depressed when it comes to that. Do you think the damage caused by tariffs will impact YouTube revenue in some way or another? Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. YouTube is gonna look for any excuse to pay me less and less each year, me personally, so I can only speak for my own channel, you know. I don't know if it will impact other YouTubers, but for me, everything. Just any more excuses not to pay me anymore. Cry Machina is not a good game. Cry Machina. No. Crapcom. That's right. Audiobooks live and die by the narrator. Watch my review of the audiobook of Lacrimosa of Dana. Polygon has completely imploded? Did it go bankrupt? Is it gone? Is Polygon dead? That's great fucking news. Why is Chrono Cross your favorite RPG, Eric? And what country do you come from? I come from Mexico and I live here in Mexico. There's a video I did called How Chrono Cross Broke My Heart and Changed My Life. You should watch that. The whole explanation why it's my favorite game is there. How do we get your books? Link to my books in the description right now. There's a link to it. If you're too lazy to do that, thank you, Sleepy Gamer. I'll do it for you. Click there and you'll find my books, Leon. Oh, Polygon is dying. It isn't dead yet? Tell me when it's dead. Will you play the Sky remake? Nisa is not the one to publish it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, but then Gung-Ho kinda censored the Lunar remasters. I don't know how much they're gonna censor for the Trails in the Sky remake, so we'll see. I'll play it at some point though. You haven't played Chrono Trigger or Cross yet. Play Cross first. Don't make the mistake of playing Trigger first. The only problem with the PlayStation port of Chrono Trigger is that it's got longer loading times. Everything else is exactly the same. And they added some anime cutscenes in the PlayStation port, which are pretty cool, you know. But yeah, the loading screens are longer in Chrono Trigger. That's the only problem with it. Well, they fired their entire staff, but the company still exists. Maybe they will rehire more people, you know, worse fucking people. Now I need it to be official, super official, like it doesn't exist anymore. Like Ubisoft being bought by Tencent. I wish it could have gone bankrupt, you know, and disappeared. The fucking Chinese company bought it, man. Kotaku is still existing, that's right. I was wondering if you are ever going to re-rank the Tales series with its newest installment, Arise. I have a video, a top 10 that I did a long time ago. It's like 5 or 6 years ago, right? 5 or 6 years old. But it's got like 100,000 views. You know, and that means people are still watching that video. So, and I'll be honest, Daniel, nothing will probably change. Sure, the only difference is that I will have to include Arise somewhere, but that's it. To be honest, I'd rather wait for a new Tales game, like a second Tales game, a second new Tales game to come out, and maybe I'll do the re-ranking. Or another thing that I'm willing to do is a Tales series ranked from worst to best, but I still like to, I would like to finish 2, like Innocence and Destiny, first before I do that. So we'll see what happens, you know, but right now I don't have any plans on ranking the Tales series or re-ranking them. Your favorite RPG is Phantasy Star? That's a classic. Jerry, I don't like that kind of music. Kinda hate it. Banda and reggaeton, I fucking despise that music. And modern auto-tune pop music, you know, it's trash. Yum, have you... I'm gonna make a screenshot of every time you've asked me that question. I don't work for NIS America, I don't work for Exit Games, I don't know why Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 are not on Switch. I don't know. You really want to play PS2? Phantasy Star 2? Okay, then play it. I don't think it's better than 4 though. You know what I want to play? In case you guys didn't know, Phantasy Star Nova on the PS Vita was the English translation was finally completed not long ago. So I want to play that now. Ashoka Tano, thanks a bunch for the super chat, dude. What books do you read? I like reading books, manga, and comics. I read a lot of fantasy, science fiction, and horror books too. I stopped reading books a long time ago because every time I read a book, I can't help myself from... I mean, it influences me and it inspires me to write a new book. But then I know that if I put a new book out, no one's gonna read it. Only like 100 people will buy it. And I appreciate that, you know, but it's not enough to keep me motivated. I'm not ashamed to admit that I need to capitalize on my books more. But I read a lot, man. Manga and comic books, I don't read. Books, I used to read a lot. I have a big collection. That's been a request. I showed my DVD collection about an hour ago. And my CD collection. And I've done videos on my video game collection. But I've never done a video on my book collection because they're just so fucking heavy. They're right next to me, you know? But they're so heavy. And putting them out and then putting them back there. Oh, but I will. I promise that one day I will do a book collection video. But I read a lot of horror. I don't have a lot of preference when it comes to genres, you know. I read a lot. Fiction, fantasy, science fiction, historical, you know. Horror. I love horror. Philosophical. I read a little bit of everything. But it's easier for me to say what I don't read. What is Final Fantasy identity to you? I have no idea. What's that? Final Fantasy identity? Is that a game? Are there any games you want to reevaluate and re-review again? Yeah, a lot. Games that I loved back in the day, now I don't. Games that I hated back then, now I don't. I've done reviews where I didn't mention certain things, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Hell, I would like to re-review a Eiyuden Chronicle, and that review is barely 1 year old, you know? Yeah, there's a lot, man. YouTubers like you existing are what's truly killing these woke journals. Really? You think I'm making YouTubers like me are making a big difference? Then I'm glad. Thank you for that. Do you also enjoy Marvel? No, I don't read comics, man. So, no. Horror or thriller books? I don't have a preference. I like both. What is gamer identity to you? Someone who plays video games and is passionate about them? Were any of your books inspired by the Chronicles of Narnia? No. No, man. I've never read those books. I've only watched the first movie and the game! The game, people. Nobody believes me. I'm gonna stream that fucking game, you know. It's just the first mission is a pain in the ass. But the PS2 game, also on Xbox and GameCube, that's a pretty good game. The Narnia game, the first one, I haven't played the other one. You know, but man, it's not a masterpiece, you know, it's not a wow, no. But it's a solid game. But the first mission, oh man, fuck that mission, man. You're starting in the dorm, and you gotta like hide and find your family. I hate that mission, but then on the second mission it gets good. Whoa! Roland's Curse 2, damn it! Chill! Is someone who only plays Fortnite a gamer? No. Come on, it's like saying, oh, I'm a rocker or a metalhead. I'm a metalhead, but I only listen to Metallica. No. I wouldn't even go with casual gamer, man. Someone who plays Fortnite is just a Fortnite player. That's it, not a gamer. Not even casual gamer. The old Harry Potter games hold up well. There are some RPGs on the Game Boy Advance and never played them though. Which horror novel is your favorite of all time? Ooh. Fuck. Nick's Inferno. By this Mexican author. Don't make me decide, man. I don't know. In your personal opinion, why do video game companies listen more to game journalists and the gaming fandom? I don't want to talk about that. I have this conspiracy theory that's not really a theory. I think it's a fact. I think most of the gaming industry is controlled by the left. So it's not like they listen to urinalists. It's like they listen to these mafias. That's why I think. That's how I think, you know. Do you enjoy Kusoges? I don't know what that is, man. Please play the Narnia game. It's so fun. It is. Very hard, though. And frustrating. My favorite mission is the one where you play as the sisters and you're trying to escape a camp. You know, that's my favorite mission. I love that mission. They listen to investors. That's right, LTV. They listen to the money. They don't give a shit about journalists. They don't give a shit about gamers or fans. They care about this. That's what they care about, the money. And if the left gives them more money than anybody else, they're gonna listen to the left. Hollywood is a perfect example of that. The stealth mission, that's right, JRPG Queen. That's what I like about the Narnia game, that it's got like this variety in missions, you know. What's this? Velocity 2X? That's a really unique shoot 'em up. Do you play anything other than JRPGs? Yeah. Again, it's easier to say what I don't play. I don't play sports games. I don't play first-person shooters. Can't get into them. Nothing against them. They make me dizzy. I don't enjoy them. And I don't play rhythm games. Everything else I play. Visual novels I don't play either. Do you play on PC? Yeah, I do. Most of my gaming life since I got this new laptop has been PC gaming, you know. It's mostly emulation, not necessarily Steam. Eventually I'll review Sea of Stars. I have the game now on Steam, but not now. It's in the backlog. You've made rankings of JRPGs as separate games, but have you ever thought about ranking JRPG series? Yes, I did that video, man. It's a tier list. I ranked 80 plus series. I'm sure you'll find it out there. I couldn't give two fucks about Grand Theft Auto 6. I hope it's delayed forever. I hope it's fucking cancelled, man. What is the Western game where they asked what to do? What do they want, male, female? Oh, I think it was like Lords of the Fallen, right? I think it was Lords of the Fallen. What they did, like they removed Type A or Type B, and they re-added male or female. You know, I think it was Lords of the Fallen 2. I'm not sure though. Your position is not actually a position. It's an anti-position. You have an ideological force pushing an agenda and backing it with money versus apolitical people who have no convictions. Okay. In other words, I hate the system, right? Yeah, that's me. What's your favorite game that's not a JRPG? Oh, man. Here are some of my favorites, but I don't have a number one. I like Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo a lot. Believe it or not, I am a die-hard fan of Plants vs. Zombies. Most versions. The first game, not the gacha game, the sequel, no. The first game, the Nintendo DS version, the PS Vita version, the PC version. I love that game. I love the Persona 4 arena fighting games. Huge fan. I love Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Especially the first one, I'm a big fan. Haunting Ground on the PS2. Haunting Ground, yeah. Man, there's just so many. I don't think I can pick a number one, but those are some of my favorites. What? Do you think you have nausea when playing games? Just first-person shooters or VR games? I can't play VR games. Apparently my eyes and my brain are very sensitive to that. My eyes and my brain are snowflakes. Have you played or heard of the Way of the Samurai games? Yes. I played the first one, the PlayStation 2. Good game, a bit boring though. It takes a while to get there, but it's a good game. Developed by Acquire, the developer of Octopath Traveler. Have you tried the Fear and Hunger games? No, I haven't. They're Steam exclusives and they don't look very fun. The gameplay mechanics, they look dark and edgy and super fucked up, and I like that. But the type of gameplay is just, no, I'm not into that, you know. Dungeon crawlers. And isn't the protagonist of the first game gay? Fear and Hunger is woke. Plants vs. Zombies must be addictive, right? No. Plants vs. Zombies is addictive. Not must be, no, is. Eric gets it a little better than you're giving him credit for, methinks. Oh yeah. I am. There are zombies on the lawn. I love the music. Laura Shikihara, right? The composer? I love her. Great soundtrack. That's right, Brian. Thank you. Are you an anime fan? Yeah, I like some anime series. I used to be an otaku back in the day. Nowadays, I don't watch anime very often, but yeah, I love anime. The reason why I don't watch anime that often is because I play a lot of JRPGs, and I don't want to get too overwhelmed, you know, because JRPGs are basically anime. So, I get enough anime fix with JRPGs. Thank you. What are some of your favorite licensed games? There aren't that many, you know. I like Full Metal Alchemist, the duology on the PlayStation 2. I liked a lot of fighting games based on anime series. Thank you, Gonzalo. That was like a year ago, but I appreciate it. What RPG character you see a lot of yourself? None. I used to kind of relate to some, but not anymore. I'm 40 years old, man. Almost 40 years old. So the large majority of characters are like 17-year-old kids saving the world with the power of friendship. So come on. Now there's gotta be one. I can't think of one right now, but there's gotta be a bunch that I relate to a little bit more than usual. You know? I can't think of one right now, though. I relate to Oswald in Odin's Sphere in a lot of things. Isn't the protagonist of Fear and Hunger a tomboy? I don't know, I haven't played the game. I just read someone saying that the protagonist was gay. But I don't know. I don't want to spread misinformation. I haven't played the Fear and Hunger games. If anything, will you ever consider making a video on your top favorite licensed games? Nah, I don't think so. Eric is like mice in Thousand Arms. No, I'm fucking not. At some point, maybe, Raul. Once it drops in price, I'll probably get it. Yeah. Have you ever watched an anime called Planet Tease? No. Have you ever watched a good TV show lately? No. Most of the TV shows that I watched recently were of huge disappointment, and I don't want to talk about them. I don't even want to mention them. So no, I haven't watched a good TV show lately, unfortunately. Are you going to play Fuga 3? Sure, if I get a review code, I should get one. They often send me emails of DLCs and stuff like that, so I probably will. Yeah, Furry 3, Furry. Oh, because of the characters. Come on. Eric will be a Belmont. You think so? Have you ever seen a funny anime called Girlfriend Girlfriend? No. Andor. Never seen that one either. Remember when Pokemon was the devil for our parents? I never got into Pokemon, so my parents don't even know what that is. I could tell you what my parents thought of as the devil. But not video games. I can pull off being Dante from Devil May Cry. Really? I hate Dante! So maybe I hate Dante because he's like me? He reminds me of me? Unconsciously? I hate Dante, I hate that asshole. He's an asshole. So I'm an asshole? Too many high school rom-com animes nowadays. That's right. And JRPGs. I talked about Way of the Samurai like 10 minutes ago. Will you say that the Super Nintendo and the Wii are the best Nintendo consoles ever made? No. I think the Super Nintendo and the Switch are the best consoles ever made. And the 3DS. I have played Rule of Rose. I don't like it, Ilias. I don't think it's a bad game, but I don't think it's a good game either. Super overrated. I don't like it, man. Haunting Ground puts it to shame. Have you played Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero? No. Zero interest on that. Thank you, Sam Time. You missed the video, man, Sam Time. Thanks for the super chat. You will find my full opinion of it on my second channel on YouTube, here on YouTube. If you can't find my second channel, just you will find a link to it in the description. I talked about that last weekend, man. Virtual Boy is the best console. That's right. Who are we kidding? That's the best one. You're welcome, Sam. And thanks for the super chat. Favorite JRPG protagonist who's over 30 years old? Ichiban Kasuga. Daddy Nier. I don't know any other. They're all fucking teenagers. And the occasional 20-something-year-old guy, you know. Those are the only two JRPG protagonists that are over 30 that I know. Yeah. Sad, isn't it? Yeah, that's not a JRPG though. I have played that game, Fantonium. It's pretty lame. People always tell me the sequel is better. And I haven't played the sequel. Oh, came from Lost Odyssey. But that's a spoiler. Don't say that. Don't reveal Kane's age. It's a spoiler. No, Yum. Breath of Fire 4 just got released on GOG. That's the hype. Maybe I should review the game. Take advantage of the hype, you know. How old is the sorceress from Dragon's Crown? Yeah, but Dragon's Crown has different protagonists. I don't know, 100 years old? What's your favorite console besides Switch and SNES? Or any other Nintendo? Switch and SNES. That's right, Jerry, we should do that. My favorite console of all time is PlayStation 2. But from Nintendo, Switch and SNES, I couldn't decide right now. 3DS is like the third place, you know. Love this song. Aurelia Le Guin is not a protagonist. She should get her own game though. Are there any games that you never played when they first came out but played years later? Without spoilers, do you think Gaaaaaaaaaah is one of the craziest? Who is Gaaaaaaaaaah? I don't even know who that is. What JRPG would you like to see translated with a patch? Grow Lancer, the first one. PSP version preferably. But I'm okay if it's the PS1 original version. But Grow Lancer, I want that translated. PS Vita, super underrated handheld of all time. I couldn't agree more. That's the truth right there. Persona 5 Strikers has an adult protagonist? Not really. You're still the 17-year-old fucking guy from Persona 5. There are JRPGs with 30 MCs, but they are indies. Then they are not JRPGs. If Mario could get an RPG, Zelda should get a proper turn-based RPG. That would be interesting. Do you even understand what a protagonist is, Cross? Barret is a supporting character. It's not Barret is not the protagonist of Final Fantasy VII. I mean, would you like to see a turn-based Sonic? Nah. I don't think you guys know what a protagonist is. Protagonist is a main character. It's usually just one guy or girl. You know? Well, yeah. Anyway, guys, I gotta go now. This was I had a lot of fun today. Appreciate your showing up and hanging out for 2 hours every Sunday. And thank you, special thanks to the people who sent super chats, keeping the streams alive. Take care, everybody, and I will see you next time.